Good morning, everyone. Jan Fursden here with Fursden House. Well, I have finally created another journal. It's only been over a year, literally a year and 2 months, actually. I had to go back and check. But this is a special journal for me. I've had this beautiful cover. Well, I bought the book 2 or 3 years ago. And I always wanted to take it, take all the pages out and stuff because I love the graphics. It was written by Julia McNair Wright, and it was written in 1888. And I found a book that was in really good condition and a good price. That was the hard part. I had seen another person use the book, and I was like, oh my goodness, gorgeous. And I'm not sure if you can see as well on the back, but the front, the graphics on the front are done on the back, but all in monotone, and they're engraved. I don't know if you can see that or not, but to put that much attention on the back, is just amazing. So, but anyway, you can see why I love the book. And this, I've got a bit of a cough today. Allergies and stuff. This is my latest craze. I am creating tassels for journals. And I get a little carried away. So I'll show that to you first. I make them, generally speaking, I make them clip on because I want something that comes off. And how I do it is I take the tassel off while I'm working in the journal. Just put the tassel in a drawer somewhere. And then when I'm completely finished with the journal, I bring it out. But, some people just take it on and off, however you want to do it. But I'll eventually start selling these. But right now I'm having so much fun making them. I've made several for me. And anyway, here it is. It's an owl. And what I use are new jewelry pieces, old jewelry pieces, charms. I mean, anything, everything. That's the fun of it. Isn't that cool? And some beautiful tiger's eye. That's from an earring. And it's just a lot of fun, and I do different themes and different colors, and it is a lot of fun. So anyway, that one is for this book. Oh, this cough. We've just come back from our trip to Iceland and Greenland. Iceland was fabulous. We didn't get to see that much of Greenland, so I can't say much about it, but Iceland is absolutely fabulous. And on the way back, I caught the flu. Wasn't that nice? It could have been worse. There were a couple of people who caught pneumonia on the ship. And so we flew over, and then we stayed in Iceland for a while, and then we boarded a ship, and then we went around the island of Iceland, and then went to Greenland for a couple of stops. And I saw my first iceberg. Oh my gosh. I thought, never in my wildest dreams will I ever get to see an iceberg. And we saw several. They were just fascinating. It was just God's beauty on display in full grandeur. It's just amazing to me. Anyway, we came back, and I started to feel kind of icky. And then, of course, everyone on the airplane's coughing. And it's like, okay. And sure enough, I went to the doctor and tested for flu. But like I said, it could have been worse. But I just had this little nagging cough. It doesn't have a lot of pages in it. And that's okay. So here we are. I'm going to open it up. And what I've also done with this one is to, I've saved a lot of things over the years for myself and put them aside, and now I've been able to incorporate those in this journal, which of course I've made for myself. So on the cover page we have these. I always like to put a beginning and an end of when I start the journal and end it. And this is a little thing that I made. I love these little tiny flowers. It's called Creeping Speedwell, and I did that in April of this year. My husband loves gardening. I hate gardening. Sorry, but it's true. But I love the results of gardening. You can see I've used some old ticking Not terribly old. And a little bit of ribbon trim to kind of close that off. Surprisingly, it came together really well and not that difficult because I was nervous since it'd been so long since I'd done one. So here we have a fold out of a map. And that's of Paris, I believe. Let's see if we can get it all in there. Exposition. Yes, Paris, 1889. So this, the picture, not the paper itself, it's a digital print, but the exposition was a year after this book was made. I just now noticed that. And then, of course, we have this. So we put that back in. And then on, whoops, let me get it done right. On this part, I've just put in a couple of, this is a little card. It's been hand painted, drawn, whatever. It's a Merry Christmas. And it was in a scrapbook from about 1910. It says Merry Christmas on here. And I thought it was so sweet, and I've kept it, and now I'm finally putting it in one of my journals. And then this is a digital print, just for some space to write on. Tuck those in there, and these are some vintage clear buttons. So that one right there. And then here, I had a lot of fun with this, as you can tell. This is a digital print, and on the print itself, she had a little snood here, and you could see little dots and stuff, and I thought, well, that needs a little bit of help. So I got a little carried away, because I thought, well, I've got some little beads, and I'm going to have fun with it. So I did. And I thought it turned out really well. My friend Peaches has got me interested in all these little gemstones and things like that. Rhinestones. And this is a picture. You'll also see it in the back. Let's see, where is it at? Yeah, oh, it's easy to find. So this is the digital print that it came off of. But I printed it on photo paper, because I wanted that glossy. So I wanted something to kind of mirror this. So it turned out really well, I think. And I just fussy cut around it. And then this is actually metal ribbon. It's it's antique, and it's metal thread that was created or used to create the ribbon. Here we have a little bit of stenciling. And this is from a little note. This is from a calendar that I had, and I've just added some writing space on the back. And from that same thing where the Merry Christmas card, this was in there. And it's so sweet. And it was an advertisement. And I don't know if, it looks like it's painted on there, so I don't know if she took the piece of cardboard and I don't know. But it's so sweet, and I thought, I've held on to it, and there it is. Brings me a lot of joy. Here we have, this used to be a little barrette. I've had that since I was probably 20 years old. And I just used it to create a little notepad effect. Again, more drawings, writing. I don't know why I'm saying drawing space. I don't draw. But I do like to write. And I like lots of space. On all of the centers of it's 3 signatures, by the way. I've used my little cutter to do the little leaves. I think those are so cool. And here we have, I'm just going to slit these off. And again, more writing space. These are digital prints, and I've just added, in this one, did a little bit of stenciling here, or stamping here, and made a little thing. I'm just going to put that in there. And then this one, a little bit larger. Again, these are digital prints. And let's see, how does this one open? This one opens this way. What I've done, I've seen some digital prints where they're faux buttons and faux wax seals and this and that and everything. And I thought, well, I want to do something similar. So we've collected a lot of coins from all over the world, actually, all of our travels. And what I did was took pictures of them and then printed them using photo paper because they're so interesting. I mean, just fabulously interesting. And this is one of them. Let's see, what is it? A 2 shilling piece. No longer in circulation for England, or in United Kingdom, probably. I'm not sure. But anyway, this was in 1955. And I just think they're amazing. So I just put a little bit of velvet on there. And I've just created some writing space. Some old, this is from about, what, oh goodness, 1911, October 20th, 1911 is this page. I have 2 journals, or 2 ledgers that I purchased years ago for a song. That was before people knew what to do with them. And I'm still using them. So here we have a beautiful piece of lace. And that's just some paper that I've cut out and put on there to write on. This one, it was a digital print that I printed out on cardstock and then cut it out. And I just thought it was a pretty scene. So just put it on the bottom of the page there. There's a pocket here. I haven't put anything in it yet, but I know me. I'm sure it won't be long. And this is an applique that I've had for ages and ages. I put the little half pearls, the faux pearls on here to mimic what was on there. You can't see it underneath, but I just mimicked the design with the little faux pearls. This is a piece of ribbon. I don't know where I think Pat Kramer gave this to me. Thank you, Pat. And I love it. It's got teeny little bitty glistening thingies on there, and I just love it. I have a little bit left, and I just love it. And this is just, what is it? I'm not sure what kind of paper it is. But you can write on it. Not both sides, because if you wrote on both sides, you couldn't see, because you couldn't tell what you're writing, because if you write on one side, it's clearly seen on the back. So you can't do both sides. Tracing paper, that's what it is. And you can see that I've just done a little bit of staining on it. There we go. This one, I had a lot of fun with this. It took me forever and a day. And it amazes me that I can actually use a craft knife and actually get into all of these little crevices. It's amazing because I'm so clumsy. But I took a class on how to use a craft knife, believe it or not, at a scrapbooking store. And it's just amazing. And it's very calming, actually. And this I found, oh goodness, it was in an old book. And I cut it out, and I put little tiny cream-colored, they're kind of like half pearls, faux pearls, inside the little flowers. You can see there. I'm not sure. Well, maybe you can see it. I'm not sure. But I did several different sizes of this, and this one was the one that I chose for this one. And just did some reinforcements here. On the second signature, I have these 3 sweet crocheted, I think they're peonies. I had some yellow ones, and I had some purple ones that I got at I think it was a yard sale or something, and I loved them. And I was finally able to use them, so that was really neat. I love these digitals. And these are actual photographs. Well, this one isn't. Well, it's a photograph, but it's on, it's an advertisement. And then these are actual photographs. 1920s, I believe. That's in England. the digital print, and this is a beautiful Dresden, what do they call these? Cutouts, I don't know what you call them. Dresden decorations. It's vintage. I found a set on eBay, and I love it. It's so pretty. And I thought, well, what am I going to use it for? And I thought, well, here we go. I really like how it makes the page stand out. Some printing there, staining. No, actually, this is a digital print, come to think of it. Really cool. Stamp. Well, not a stamp. What do you call it? Seal. A wax seal that I purchased. And this is from some of that ledger paper that was from 1910. I took a piece and I just folded it over. And I created a little pocket. That's a jewelry piece. And then I've just got a place for more writing. Did a little bit of stamping on some cloth there. This is just a very old piece of lace. I love it. It's so sweet. There are my little leaves. This is a piece. I made these for a retreat that I give in January every year. And it doesn't not want to come off. Too bad. They're going to come off. I'll just do it this way. And it used digital prints. They were all different angels. And this is from Tailor-Made Journals. Beautiful digital prints. Just gorgeous. And this one I made for myself. Now we can see if we can get it back on without any trouble. Who knows? Ta-da! But I thought she looked so peaceful and serene. And I just took a little bit of glue, kind of almost scratched the glue on with a very fine tip, and then just put some glass glitter on top of it. Just a little bit, not too much. And then, of course, I added this little bit of lace and applique here and the buttons. And I just kind of layered it with an antique page and some brown paper sewed around it. And then you can see also I took a gold craft pen by Krylon and just kind of outlined here and along here and also the hair. And then I followed the line of the gold with the glue and then the glitter. I just thought it turned out really sweet. Now here, these are some very old pages, but nice to write on the back. And what I've done, this is a sweet little hidden paper clip, but I glued it onto the page, and I've just made a little cluster. She's so sweet. And I just slide that right up in there and use it like that. And this is the other side of the ledger page. That's an actual photograph. I think that other one was as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the little boy, that's an actual from a photograph. I cut him out. And here we have, come on out, these are Texas bluebonnets. I was visiting my daughter and I actually got to pick some. Well, I probably wasn't supposed to, but I did anyway. And on the reverse here, this is for my friend Kathy Leatherman in Decatur. Thank you, Kathy. I just love this. She, it was a little baby outfit. She put some lace on the top, but it's just so sweet. And I added the little buttons here. And you raise it up, and then there's places she's just got for writing. So perfect. Get all the lace out of there. And I've held on to it and held on to it, and there it is. This this is a pen that belonged to my mother-in-law. Absolutely love the pen. Gorgeous. It's a mother cat and a baby cat, and they're drinking milk. Well, I'm assuming it's milk. And I loved it. I never wore it. I inherited it from her, and I thought, oh, I've got to use it. I've got to use it. And finally, I was able to use it here. And I've just put it literally over some old lace, and writing space underneath, and I finally used it. And on this page, I've put some beautiful old tatting. It amazes me, people who can actually create tatting. That's phenomenal. But I love that pen. And here I got a little carried away. This is a digital print, and she had a design of some kind of jewelry in her hair. So I just thought, okay, fine, I'll just exaggerate a little bit and put something else in there. And that's from an earring that belonged to my mother-in-law. Very sweet. I love the design. And these are just little faux pearl things for her earrings. I thought, I wonder, dare I do it? Yes, I do. So it was fun. On this page, this is the third and final signature. This is just a rose. And this actually came from some tea roses, a large bush of tea roses, which are cream color. But the very base, somehow, some red roses have gotten in there. Some little tiny, tiny roses. And this is one of them. And I've just decoupaged it onto the card there. These are some antique postcards that I've saved and saved and saved. One of them has writing on it. This one is from, oh goodness, 1916, I believe. Or is it? No, not. Or is that the 62? I'm not sure. Anyway, it's old. Maybe it's 62. Is there a date? No, it is. It's 16. 10, 13, 16. And then 9th of September. Anyway, I just love it. It's in Budapest, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Budapest. And then this one was never mailed. So you can have it for writing space. This space for writing a message. Da, da, da. It doesn't say anything about it, but I love it. So I'll get to use them. This is a wax seal that I purchased. I love these things. I wish I had the wax stamp thing to make them, but I don't. It's a beautiful, it's like a shield, kind of like a family crest, and I just love them. And I purchased those on Etsy. A little bit of stamping again on some cloth and some stenciling here. And this piece, I've talked to y'all about this piece before. This actually belonged to a shower curtain that I got from Walmart, of all places. Years ago, they only had one, and they never got any more, at least not in our area. And I've got about half a yard left, but picture this, but just the whole thing. It's just row upon row upon row. Just gorgeous. I just love it. This is an old card that I purchased, oh goodness, 30 years ago probably, maybe even 35. I just love it. It's sweet. It's a little place for writing. This is a picture that I got from the, goodness, where did I get that from? I can't even remember now. But I printed it in different sizes, and I've just put some antique tulle underneath there. It's much stiffer than what we use today. I think it's really cool. And then just some plain fabric there to set it off. This, I don't know, I think Annette, my friend Annette, did these. I love them. Little sweet flowers, and then the writing in the back, and just, I've had them for ages, and thought I'll put them in one of my journals one of these days, and finally it happened. This I printed on, it's not tracing paper, it's heavier than that, and can I remember what it is? Of course not. It's obviously been a while since I've done a video of this, because I can't remember my words. But it is heavy. It's not tracing paper. Oh, botheration. I'll think of it later. But you all probably know what I'm talking about. But I just like the look of it. Now, if you want, and I thought about this, just putting in some blank paper on the back, more writing space, I thought I might do that. And it'll also highlight the front. So, might do that. Might not. Tatting again, and an antique little button, and that's antique tatting. This is another beautiful print, my little leaves, again from TaylorMade Journals. I love these. They're just, I cut around it and you know, stained it up and everything, but they're all different. There's like, gosh, 14, 16 pages, and they're all different. And I just love the look of them. And again, that's TaylorMade Journals. That's an old stamp. Back in the 30s, I believe. This is the other page of that. And I've just created a... Alright, come on off. Just created a little booklet with some antique lace. Very simple. Again, more writing space, because I do love to write. So even though it doesn't have a lot of pages, it has a lot of writing space. And this piece, I've, again, had it for ages. I believe it came off of an old, like a chocolate box, you know, or you know, something like that, because it's very thick. It's thicker than a card would normally be. Beautiful graphics. It's embossed, it's raised, it's so pretty. And I've just literally cut around it. So that, but I think it's thicker than what would be on a card. So I think it may have been on like a box of something, a decorative box. And this, oh goodness, I purchased this from a sweet friend, Debbie. And got the little things. I've done some of these myself since then. I think they're so nice. December 25th, and up here's written 1879. I think that was neat. And then this is a card, a postcard. I just love the colors. And that's from Germany. One of our trips to Germany. Here I've just used a little bit of velvet ribbon and this fabulous button. I think it's just so cool. I've got, I think, 4 more. And then here is an old piece of lace. Husband just tried to come in, bless his heart. But I have several pieces of it. It's from the 1920s, and I believe it was a big scarf that went over a piano. I believe they did piano scarves and stuff. So, and inside it, I have just created this little. Let's see, and did I write down what this was? No, I didn't. But it's real, and I've just decoupaged it on there, and I've just added some paper. So I thought that would be neat. And just slide them right down there. And then again, here's that page that I showed you earlier. And again, this is another coin. This is a 1 shilling piece, and again, I just took photographs of it and then printed them on photo paper. And on this, these are some old postcards. I love this one. 1901. Thank you. I wish you the same. I thought you had forgotten us. It's going to Mr. Thomas Meyer in Harbor Beach, Michigan. I just think it's really cool. Unusual. And then I put these two in because I just love the colors. They all seem to go together. And these are from, let's see, Mount Vernon. Pictures of Mount Vernon. And what I've done is just, let me take it off here. Come on. I've just put a belly band on it. And then for more writing space, instead of closing it up as an envelope, it's a digital print, I just did that. So that worked out really well. So now we can get it back on there. Hopefully it, oh nope, see, it's not behaving itself because I didn't do it correctly. But again, I always like to put as much writing space as I can because I do like to write. I've written in journals ever since 5th grade. And that's from a piece that I got from a trip. Oh my goodness, that was from our retreat in January. I think we went to this place and they had some gowns and stuff. It was just really cool. And that's from one of those. And here I have my maker's mark. And so anyway, that is it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I love it. I'm just so tickled with it. And I just, yay, I finally did it. So anyway, hope you're having a lovely day. It is very warm here in Alabama. It is, of course, mid-July, so to be expected. I hope you're all having a wonderful week. Take care. God bless. See you soon. Bye-bye.